All right, want to go through 3 plays of the New York Giants defense. While I think they were successful, 2 were on third down and 1 was on a 4th and 1. All 3 were stops, and it's diverse. It's different every time. It's playing to guys' strengths, and it was confusing this guy, number 3, making him indecisive and forcing incompletions and a sack. And I give all the credit in the world to Patrick Graham, but we also should give credit to these guys. Like, these guys are the ones making the play. This first one is a little more scheme, but also, like, you'll see on the back end of this, you need the players to play or this stuff doesn't work. So we'll start with this end of this play, third down. This ends up being the Tay Crowder sack. And simply, you've got 6 blockers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running back 6. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they just... This amoeba defense of these guys moving around, it's just to be like, hey, we don't know where you're coming from. Now let's start with Carter Coughlin. Nice bull rush, collapses the pocket, but watch how he stays out here. He doesn't try and beat him inside, he stays out here. Now let's watch Blake Martinez. Blake Martinez doesn't really rush the passer. And you're like, what is this guy? Is he low effort? What's the deal here? Why is he not rushing the passer? And now, watch this stun up. You're just trying to confuse these offensive linemen. So they keep these guys in, and, like they show blitz, and it's like, okay, but you really have 5 on 4 because the running back's going out into the flat. So you have 5 people blocking 4, but you're going to have someone come free. And you have Leonard. Leonard starts all the way over here. Shut up, phone. Then Tay Crowder loops around. 70's eyes are on Leonard. And at that point, Tay Crowder is totally free. Now, Russell Wilson is great at extending these plays, making nothing out of these plays. But guess what? He can't do anything because Blake Martinez is playing contain. And even if he breaks this tackle from Tay Crowder, Carter Coughlin's right there. Playing contain, playing smart, disciplined football. Not putting your stats over the team. On the back end, what did they do on the back end? Let me mute that because it's pissing me off. Throw it across the room. All right. On the back end, it looks like they're gonna do some type of blitz. With this safety down, with Julian Love down, it looks like it's gonna be some type of blitz. Doesn't mean it's gonna be a cover 0. But Julian Love bails out, plays the middle center field, and you just got man coverage across the board. And this is where it's like, as much credit as we want to give to Patrick Graham, you got to give the players credit. I mean, watch Edom up here. Edom. I mean, that's great coverage. Watch Logan Ryan on the tight end. Great coverage. Watch Bradbury on DK Metcalf. Collapses on that. And you have Peppers and Xavier McKinney playing under to stop if they were going to do some kind of short concepts. And it's trusting that he's not going to get to this check down. He doesn't get to this check down over here. And you got great man coverage here from Darnay Holmes. Every single player playing together for one purpose, and you have a sack on third down. Another third down. I just want to show this view. This, again, makes it look like it's going to be a all-out blitz, man coverage, or it looks like they're going to pop out. So the Seahawks end up running, but I just want to show the coverage on the back end before we get into it. Make a run stop. So what happens here? You got gap responsibility. You got Cam Brown playing this gap right here. Peppers playing this gap. Dexter Lawrence playing this gap. You see Leonard Williams, you don't know which gap he's going to play, but you would assume because Blake is in this gap that Leonard is going to pop down here. As that's what's called a 2-eye. He's on the inside, he's shading to the inside of the guard. And then you have Coughlin in this gap, and then you had the safety out here. And it's just gap responsibility. Everyone playing their gap. Playing forward, no one getting sideways, playing gap, playing the gap, playing the gap, playing the gap. Cam Brown, very important on this to make sure he doesn't bounce the play, playing the gap. And then Peppers makes a play on a guard. Jabril Peppers forces Carson to bounce this out. And he ends up getting a holding penalty called on him too. Forces that. Cam Brown playing his gap, not coming inside to stop him from an inside run. And then the play's dead. And now they got to punt the ball. Here, this is a 4th down. This is a play that usually works. Like, somebody always comes open on this. And this is less scheme and just players playing smart and instinctual. More so on Blake Martinez. It's this bootleg rollout. So we'll see as the routes develop. You're going to have block and releases down here by these tight ends. I mean, you're just hitting 3 levels. You got this level. He's coming here. He's trailing because you want Blake Martinez to come out and try and make sure this is covered, especially if he plays deep. You got Peppers. Let's watch Peppers on this. Now, I'm not a DB expert, but Peppers bails, flips those hips. Now he's playing underneath. Now he's playing underneath on this guy. Let's watch Isaac Yiadom. I mean, just playing it smart, not overplaying it. Now let's watch Blake Martinez. Watch Carter Coughlin and Blake Martinez. Carter Coughlin, great job getting inside and tracking Wilson down, and Blake Martinez for not attacking the QB. And watch, this is just instincts by Blake. This guy is supposed to be open. That's open most times. The Giants have ran this successfully throughout the year. Martinez doesn't get antsy, sits back in that zone and shuts it down. And that by that time the play is totally broken. Russell Wilson tries to make something. Isaac Edom's playing tight. Bam. Could have had this over, but the play's over at this point. I mean, it's just watch the way Blake Martinez plays this with instincts and full speed. I mean, he sees that. I'm assuming he sees that and sits on it. Shuts down that throwing lane. And good stuff from Edom. That's good team defense, good coaching, and good players playing their role, not playing selfishly, not going to get that third down sack with your Carter Coughlin or Blake Martinez. Playing your role, letting other guys make plays, and making big stops versus a beast of an offense in the Seattle Seahawks.